everyone, it's Kathy here from the UK, designer for Bello's Designs, and today I wanted to show you how I created this card using the Lavinia Elements inks for the background. So to create this card I used a piece of multifarious card which is 6 inches by 4 inches, and I have some green backing card which is 6.25 inches by 4.25 inches, and I have quite a thick card once folded, measures 5 inches by 7 inches. The stamps I used for this project were the LAV 401 Mimsy, the LAV 656 Thistle, the LAV 093 Lavinia Lavender, and the LAV 126 Butterflies. I also used a Lavinia stencil for this, and this is called Laurel. I have some stencil brushes. Now I use my stencil brushes for the element inks. I don't use them for anything else, so I have one brush per colour so they don't get contaminated by using it with distress inks and then water-based element inks. So I'm using today the Line Punch and the Mermaid, and for the stamping I have VersaFine Clair Nocturne, Warm Breeze and Twilight. I have a little smoothie that I'm going to use later in the project, and a water bottle to spray water on. I have a black pencil in case I need to touch up the cat because it's quite a solid stamp, and I have a green and a purple gel pen, glittery gel pen, and I also have a green Posca pen, a lime green Posca pen. I have an old cloth here, a rag cloth, that I used to make the first card that I just showed you, so the colours are the right colours. But if you're going to use one that hasn't been washed, find a clean corner because it'll add the colour that's on your cloth onto your work. So that's that. That's it. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with the Line Punch. I'm just going to take a little bit off. This one is quite well used, so it's not as juicy as the Mermaid one. You'll see the difference in a moment. And I'm just doing it in circular motions, about 2/3 of the way up the page. I'm just going to blend it in a bit. And there we go. And now the Mermaid. Oh, right on my finger straight away. Sorry about that. And I'm going to turn it this way round. This one is, as I say, much juicier because it's not been used so often. So I'm just going to go across the top first to get the bulk of it off towards the edges. And then just again in circular motions, try and blend it in the middle with the green. And I'm just going to do the lime green once more. That's fine. Right, I'm going to spray it with some water. Just leave it for a moment. And dab it off with the cloth. I'm going to try and blend a bit of the blue down the bottom as well. As I'm doing that, I'm taking it off the top and adding a little bit to the bottom. That's fine. Now I'm just going to dry it with a gun for a moment. Good. Straighten it up. Now I'm going to put my copy paper underneath because I'm going to start stenciling and then stamping. Just make sure that's straight. I'm going to start that way, I think, so I've got the leaves going down. I'm going to use the mermaid again. I'm going to take quite a bit off first of all, and I'm going to start at the top, so if it's dark it will be on the blue section rather than the green, and then as I'm coming down I'm just going to blend. Just want it to come in this corner here because we're going to be stamping on the other side, and that's perfect. Right, let's just wipe my table. There we go. So we're going to start stamping with the Cat Mimsy. And because she's quite a solid cat, she's quite a, oopsie, this happens when they get a bit well used. I need to give this one a wash really to get the stickiness back. As you can see, I've just gone over the edge there. Right. I'm going to hold it down. Right, if this happens to your stamps, which has just happened to mine, I do that and press it down quite hard, and then it will stay on. There we go. We'll have her there. I'm also going to use one of these tools that one of our other designers, Robin, shared this on one of her tutorials that she did, where it's just basically adding pressure onto the stamp, and it saves pushing your fingers down, and it's quite handy. So thank you, Robin. And now, just hopefully she's going to be quite well stamped. There we go. It's got a little bit on her legs here. I'm just going to pencil over. That's fine. I don't mind a few little marks because my cat often has little marks on her, so I don't think it's unusual. Right, and next we're going to do the Thistle, and I'm going to stamp that one in VersaFine Clair in the Warm Breeze. I just need to take a bit off the edge there. And I'm going to do the little bit at the bottom first. So that can come down there like so. I'm going to move that page because that's tipping it over. It's distracting having that cat looking at me while I'm stamping. Another one there. And this one going across the top. That's fine. And now I'm going to use the Twilight the lavender. There we go. And also I'm going to be using the twilight on the butterflies. And two. Just going to have two little butterflies flying above the lavender. Now with the green Posca pen, I'm giving them a little bit of a shake. Just going to do a few little dots down the side of the butterfly, just to add a bit of interest. There we go. And I'm going to just colour a little bit in the bottom of the lavender to add a little bit of sparkle. Then using the green glitter pen, I'm just going to go around the very edges of the leaves, just to add a little bit of dimension and sparkle. And just make the edges of the leaves a little bit darker. And then I'm going to use my smoothie with the Warm Breeze. Ooh, that fluff coming off my smoothie. I washed him in the washing machine in a Smalls bag. I think you might pick something up in there. Just add a little bit of edge across the bottom, and then tearing the paper, and then turn it upside down. I find it a bit easier doing this bit upside down. I'm going to go on that bit, I think. I'm just going to put a bit more, brush it underneath the pores, just to ground it a little bit. There we go, so he's grounded. And I don't know if you can see the sparkle on here, but it has got a sparkle around the edges and on the lavender. So let's finish him off. Just gluing round the back. I usually stand to do that bit when I'm not on camera, so I'm hoping it's straight enough. Oopsie, excuse me. There we go. Now I've just managed to get a tiny bit of ink on the side of my card as I put it down. That's the trouble with using wet ink. So I'm just going to use my mono rubber to rub that off. Right, there we go. Here's Mimsy and the butterflies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it helpful. And before you go, if you haven't already joined our Facebook groups, please consider joining our groups. We have two groups. One of them is called Del Bello's Design Lounge, and the other one is called Del Bello's a la carte, for anything that's not Lavinia based. So all of the Lavinia work is in the Del Bello's Designs Lounge, and all of the other products that are sold in Del Bello's are in the a la carte group. So I do hope you can join us. They're lovely people and they're very friendly. Everyone's sharing their work, and it's really a nice place to hang out. So I hope to see you there. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.